What's up, fellow gamers? Kevin J2010 here, welcoming you back to some more Skies of Arcadia Legends. In the last episode, we, what did we do in the last episode? We escaped from Valua, we already finished that. We talked to Fina, we said goodbye, and we sunk our teeth into the real meat of the game. And welcome to the real meat of the game! Before we get started, you're gonna want to talk to this guy here, this mystery merchant, and he sells items. You don't need to buy anything off him right now, because you will run into him a little bit later. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 2 of these Crystales box. Just trust me on that. You're going to want 2 of them. You might even want 3 of them, but I'm going to be a little health conscious, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, so now that Fina's in our party, I think it's time that... Let me check the magic that we all know. You know Quicka, so you know what? We're going to actually start getting you to learn some new moves. Oopsie. If you press the X button at any point while you're in this menu, you will switch... You will leave the menu. We're going to set everyone to a different color, but before we go switching all their colors, we're going to buy their new weapons, actually, because there are some new weapons in the weapons merchant. You might want to do this real quick. Excuse me. Anyway, so we got the scout wing here for Aka. So we're going to give that to her in purple. And we got the beak hand for Drachma, which we're going to give it to him in purple. We got these 2 things called the Elastarmor or the Elastomer. I don't know. We'll give it to Aka and Drachma because they're the 2 that benefit from it the most. And we also have... Then why did I... Okay. I take back what I said right there. And I'm going to give Aka and Drachma the raincoat instead. That was stupid. And you know what? Nah, I like what everyone has. We don't really need that. You can go back to other stuff they were selling, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to sell off my old stuff. There's no real need to hold on to any of your old stuff. As I've probably said before, there isn't like a upgrade system or anything where you can like sell your old items and make them stronger or something. This I found out wasn't that good, and I did off screen. I gave Vice. Sorry, again, I'm really coughing a lot. Sorry. I gave Vice the flame mantle that we got from the last episode from the Moonfish. So, in this episode, we are going to follow what that black spot was talking about. I should be pretty well stocked on items, I think. We still got 33 Sacred Crystals, 13 Magic Droplets, and we have one more we have that one Rhizome Crystal we had from earlier. I'm going to see if the shop actually is selling anything that could help with that, actually. Let's see. I know I'm being a little all over the place right now, but let me just look around. Let's see what we got here. Oh, they are selling Sacred Crystals, or Sacred Crystals. That might help. I'll buy like 10 of these, maybe. I'll go with 20. And Magic Droplet, we don't need those. But, yeah, they're not selling anything too great just yet. Excuse me. But, don't know what happened. As soon as I hit the record button, my voice got really scratchy, so I took a drink of water. I don't feel all that bad. Hopefully this recording session goes alright, but, go see if the weapons merchants got any parts in. Or the ship parts merchants. I finally got in my new shipment of parts, so I'm back in business. I'm surprised you managed to keep your storefront up if you weren't in business. But anyway, so you can see we got these things here. We got standard cannons. We already have a standard cannon, so we don't really need it. But what is interesting is we have a 3-inch cannon. This is our first instance of a sub-cannon. I highly suggest buying one of these, and I will put it in. How much SP does that? That only costs 2 SP. That's really good, actually. You know, I'm going to buy 2. Because it is, in some ways, okay to do what I'm doing right there, having multiple like that. Bombs aren't really worth it, but repair kits are definitely worth buying. Considering how much HP the Little Jack has 10,000. We don't need too many repair kits, because a lot of them do get our health up rather quickly. And that's about it. So we'll sell off the old stuff, the 2 main cannons. And, can we actually not afford these? Or we can get them, then why didn't I... Well, we'll buy some of these when we get our money back. Basically, what you can do is there's 3 empty slots for you to equip anything to your ship, and these are what the engine covers and the armored decks are for. Generally, it's worth getting, but you can usually get by a little bit without it. We'll probably run into some random battles and stuff along the way. I'll explain how secondary cannons work when I use them, but until then, I'm just gonna hold off on it because we're not gonna get into another ship battle for actually quite a while. They're actually a little scarce in this game, but they made the interface quite easy to remember. So it's not like, oh, well, then why'd you teach it to us? It doesn't happen all that often. They teach it to it, or that I can't speak. They give us enough to work with. So yeah, I believe the black spot said that the Angel of Death was going to be waiting somewhere near Valua. I keep saying Valua because that's what I used to call it, but Valua. And I'm going to head out there right now. I believe the way I usually found this Angel of Death was by heading along this sky reef here. I haven't faced her, or it, sorry. Generally, angels are considered women, I guess, because they're all angelic. Get what I'm saying? While I'm doing this fight here, actually, because I might as well show you one fight. Well, I'll show it when I have control of the characters again. I just button mash there. Oh, he tried to run away. He tried to run away. Man, what is up with my throat all of a sudden? Oh, man, Kubel turned into a blade. Oh, my God. Anyway, so we're going to attack with Vice, attack with Aka. Whoops, we're on Fina. Now, you would think that they wouldn't let you change the color of Cupel. Because, I mean, Cupel's a living thing. But if you press Y, yes, you can. So Fina can learn other spells other than Silver. Actually, you know what? I said we're going to learn Purple for a little bit, but I'm actually going to learn Silver for a little bit. I take back what I said. Purple, I feel, is definitely worth learning. But, for now we're going to learn Silver, because you actually do want to learn a lot of Silver spells. A lot of them are really useful. Alright, and we got... yeah, another level up for Fina, because she needs a lot of those, let me tell you. I'll probably grind her up off screen somewhere, eventually. I believe it's around here. Ah, that's probably it right there. Seems to be a ship of some sort. Just press A button on it. The A button on it. You're the one that put out that black spot and called me out here? Yes, you are correct. You've been quite the popular air pirate around these parts lately, you know. However, I cannot sit idly while air pirates fly the skies freely and do as they please. Can't deny that she is kind of sexy. My name is Piastol. I am a bounty hunter, and I specialize in finishing off air pirates. I am feared amongst even the most hardened air pirates. They have dubbed me the Angel of Death. And the angel has come for you, Vice. Wow, imagine that. We've actually become famous enough to have real bounty hunters come after us. Oh, grow up, Vice. It's not a good thing when bounty hunters start coming after you, especially ones called the Angel of Death. You seem confident. Perhaps you truly are as strong as they say. I suppose this is why you've been able to stand toe-to-toe with Valua. However, you are still just an air pirate. I'll send you and your mangy crew to the bottom of the clouds.
On guard.
Whoa, we're fighting some sexy lady here. I can't deny that, like, I'm not saying I totally have a thing for emo girls or anything, but I don't know. She's cute. Hey, you know what? And I kind of have a thing for bad girls, I guess. Well, won't say that. I guess tough girls more than anything. So you can see here, Piastol. I'm actually gonna put her stats up on the screen here. But Piastol here is blue based, and her partner Deathhound is green based. Sorry for my. I don't know. I kind of slipped how I said that. But just gotta get my. I gotta get my notes up. What you want to do for this fight is you're gonna want to have. We're actually gonna set for this fight. Half of our team is gonna be set to. Well, it depends which one you want to attack. If you're attacking Deathhound here, you're gonna want red because he's super weak to red magic. And if you're attacking Piastol here, you're gonna want to use either green or purple, and avoid red and yellow. So we're gonna try take it on. Hope I do decently here. I believe you're gonna want to take out Deathhound first. It is generally the better idea. We're gonna use. Oh, Fina probably doesn't know Increm yet, does she? Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna use Increm on Vice because we're gonna make him stronger. You're gonna focus because that's gonna be your main job, and you're gonna do it a lot. And luckily, we now have Spirit Charge with Drachma. We're gonna use that move a lot. And I have to show it off anyway. And man, I just forgot what I was gonna do. I'm gonna say your color to red. That's what I was gonna do. And you are also just gonna attack her Deathhound. And as you can see, she is really freaking strong. It doesn't help that she picked on the weakest one, but I mean, whatever. It's still pretty freaking strong, doing all that damage. Here's Noxie, by the way. I don't think I've showed that to you, but that's the only offensive green spell. And we've got our first instance of poison. Oh, okay. I think I got in a little bit over my head. No, maybe not. Oh, we got a confusion on it. The beak hand that Drachma has can cause confusion. Confusion in this game, a little bit different than other games. It's more like a berserk. Basically, it'll attack randomly, and you can't control where it goes, and it just goes away randomly. At the end of one of your turns, it will go away randomly. And poison, as you guess, is at the end of every turn you take damage. Oh, totally didn't see that coming. So we're going to attack the Deathhound again. You're going to use a Curia Crystal. No. You're going to be on... Forget what you know. You do know that, which is a little scary. And you know all that. So yeah, we're going to... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to work... I'm going to have her Delta Shielding? Nah. No, I just hate doing that. You just focus. You are designated Item Girl, so sacri yourself because you took a lot of damage. And you're going to use Spirit Charge, so we're going to watch this. And as you can see, we got a lot of Spirit from that. It gives you what he would normally focus, ×2. So, that's actually pretty... rape, if you will. Whoa, okay, this is her attack, by the way. Temp is down. Whoa, as you can see, that did 794 damage, which is a lot of damage. That's about half our health, I think, around, maybe. Keep in mind, there's only 4 of us and 2 of them. Ooh, 15, 17, that's a lot of damage. You're going to Sacri Crystal yourself because we do not want you to die, because if anyone dies, it's just a pain to try bringing them back. Especially since, I didn't show that, but I didn't show this, I mean. But Aka has a certain spell called Ryzen. Ryzen is the same as Ryzalum, except it's more like it's more like a regular revive or a Phoenix down, except it only works 50% of the time. And you're gonna learn that this move hates you. It never ever heals you when you want it to. Trust me. Okay, you're going to use another Spirit Charge. We're going to do this attack a lot, so we're not going to watch... We are not going to watch Drachma scream every turn. Ah! We're not going to watch him do that all the time, because that's going to get really annoying. Luckily, Spirit Charge is also his defensive super move, so it actually does give him really good defense. So a lot of attacks won't hurt him. Anyway, so now the Deathhound's out. This battle does get a little bit easier. because the Death Hound fighting two. It's just like when you narrow it down, it's now a 4-on-1. So it's just overall this fight isn't that bad, I believe. We're gonna switch our color here to purple actually. So we're gonna use Cutlass Fury. You are going to use the Sacred Crystal on Fina because she needs the healing, and you are going to use the Curia Crystal on Drachma because Drachma's bulky, he can take it. And we're going to set your color also to purple. And we're going to actually get you to use Tackle because we're going to try hitting her really hard this turn. But she's going for Tempest Dance, which is going to be really scary, especially if she goes for Fina, and she did. As you can see, that did a whopping 1256. Keep in mind, Fina's stats are much lower, but I mean, come on, that's pretty strong. This is one of the harder fights in the game if you haven't noticed. Because Aika was set to use the Sacred Crystal on Fina, she ended up using it on herself because Fina is dead. So, or unconscious, as the game puts it, until the fight's over. So, there's that. That's actually not that bad. That could have been a lot worse in terms of damage that it's doing. But, you know, that's not bad at all. We'll go for a regular attack on you right now. You're going to use the Ryslem Crystal on Fina, and you are going to use the Curia Crystal on yourself, because you can definitely take another hit. Don't use whatever. I don't care if she uses Wevley, because that's not going to do all that much. 200, that's very It's good for magic damage, but like that's whoa. She also got a lot of dodge.
Let's try this.
Now keep in mind that was our last Ryslem Crystal, and you can't really buy them at this point in the game. So trust me, it's just a pain in the butt. And we don't want you being poisoned because think of it like you're playing Team Fortress 2 and you found a way to like poison a heavy, where you set a heavy on fire or something, but like permanently. Yeah, it would eventually die. Yeah, it has a lot of health, but it's probably one of the most effective ways of taking it out. So, maybe a weird analogy to explain that, but yes. We need a Spirit Charge here, skipping, because we're going to hear him yelling a lot. There's a lot of quick, so she generally will go first. I'm keeping the other two on silver, so that way we do still get some silver magic experience at the end of this. And we're going to heal up Drachma. This fight isn't that bad now that we've kind of settled in. And we're going to hear the winning music here. Man, I don't know why I sang that decently, I guess. Maybe that's a little wrong. And oh, ow. This is probably going to take out Aika. Yeah, I figured. Luckily, Fina is still alive, so we can still use Ryzen. And you could see me horribly attempt to get a 50-50 shot to go through. But she's almost dead, actually. We might be able to take her out even before then. Because we're going to have so much SP next turn anyway. I mean, I want to use Lunar Blessing, actually. But I need to use Ryzen, and you're the only one who knows it, so I can't. But basically, Eterni. This is a different silver spell, by the way. This, if it goes through, I'll be really mad. Okay, good. That is your instant kill move in the game. Eterni only happens 50% of the time. The later ones have different effects. There's only 3 of them. There's not 4. And we took out Piastol, which sadly means that Aika didn't get any experience. And she dies in slow motion, which is interesting. But, I mean, like, whatever. It's not up to me how she dies. Alright, we got 1907 experience, and I'm glad we did that, because Fina really needed that. She's all the way up to level 11 now, so she's already caught up to the rest of the gang in terms of level ups. You look at her, she's got plus 33 quick, plus 2 everything. They both got their first purple spell, which is Crystalli. It's your basic attacking spell. And let's see what happens. We got a cutscene. How could this be? How could I lose to a lowly air pirate? I'm sorry, but I'm a tad too young to die just yet. Come back in maybe 50 or 60 years. I might be ready to keel over by then. But in the meantime, we're going to continue sailing. I think it's time for you to get back to your old ship. Grrr. That scar. The one on your cheek. And your goggles. Huh? What are you mumbling about now? It can't be! No. I'd recognize you anywhere. It is you! As I have told you, I am known across the skies as the Angel of Death. I swear upon my cursed name that I will hunt you down and finish you off. I will find you again, and your deaths I shall bring. Until then, I will let you live. However, the next time we meet, it will be the end of you. I still think she's really cute. I'm sorry. I think she's really attractive. If I was in Vice's position, I'd be like, but hot. Okay, I had to make that reference. But I mean, no, but I'm serious. Like, I would be like, do we have to fight? Can't we just cuddle? I'm just making references, but I mean, no, I think she's cute. It'd be hard for me to take her seriously. But, ooh, fishy. Fishy is a fish. Is fish. This is gonna be my new catchphrase. He's a fish. And it's sad because it was... I didn't even mean... If anyone watches Azurite Reaction, he has a very similar quote. He says, is a bull. But he says it differently. And I'm saying, he's a fish. Because he's a fish. And I'm saying it more derpy. But I didn't want to come up with it. I didn't say it on the spot because I was thinking of it. Because actually, I didn't watch the first video where he made that catchphrase. It is a bull. But... anyway, oh hey there, how you doing? I'm just stopping by here before the end of the episode because I'm just gonna buy one engine cover and just equip it to a ship, and 2 armored decks because I want to be a little more defensive because I'm not giving him I'm not giving the little Jack the captain stripes. So yeah, and I think there's a couple more things I wanted to get done this episode, so I'm just gonna quickly try to get those done. It's not going to take long at all. It is not going to take long at all, I promise. I'm just going to try to get it done really quick. We're going to turn around, and there is the stone reef that we're told that is how we get to the Nazar continent. And, well, that was easy. Man, the stone reefs, they're powerful. I do like how you can look at it and just kind of know that it is supposed to sort of be where are we supposed to go from here? There we go. This is where we're going. I believe what you're going to want to do before we... Whoops. We have to watch a cutscene first. My bad. Wow. There's nothing here but sand. So this is a desert. I've heard sailors talk about them before, but it's my first time actually seeing one. Now that you mention it, I've heard sailors talking about them too. They said that the Nazar deserts are so hot, if you walk around the sun too long, your hair catches on fire. Everyone carries buckets of water around with them so they can put their friend's hair out. And then... Oh, come on, Aka. You don't actually believe those crazy stories. Sometimes I wonder what goes on in that head of yours. Don't come crying to me when your head bursts into flames. That glass eye patch you wear will intensify the sun rays and fry your brain. I'm just kidding, Vice. It's just a story that I've heard a long time ago. I didn't really believe it either. But you can't be too careful. The moonstones that fall from the red moon give off a great deal of heat. It's too hot for most plants to survive. Because of this, the lands of Nazar have been reduced to a barren wasteland. I see. There isn't much down there besides sand and rock. The red moon crystal should be hidden somewhere in the desert, right? That's right, Vice. It is buried deep within the ancient temple of Piran. An ancient temple? I bet there's all kinds of treasure in there. Maybe some gold and gems and magic stuff and nice clothes and stuff. If we find a bunch of treasure, we'll be rich. We can go buy whatever we want. What's the first thing you'd buy, Fina? Buy? What does that mean exactly? What? Fina, you don't know what that means? I'm terribly sorry. I've never seen the rest of the world before, and you don't need to look very far to find a shop. Everyone buys stuff. It's normal. Well, Fina, you really don't get out much, do you? Anyway, according to the map, there's a city nearby called Maramba. Let's go there first. I'm too old for this. It is kind of interesting, actually, that they say the whole water bucket's on your head, because one thing I like about those scenes where Eika kind of... There's going to be more of those scenes, by the way. With Eika kind of over understanding how these things work. The interesting thing about them is that if you read it the right way, it makes sense, because this place is supposed to represent India, and I believe it's India, where they hold buckets of water on their head. So they're saying water on their head, hair on fire. In a way, it kind of makes sense, and they kind of do that. Anyway, our compass is going... Our compass was going crazy. I'll show off the enemies around here later, but our compass is going crazy, and we find the Topo Rock, which is what Domingo was looking for. A natural formations of 3 round rocks stacked on top of each other and perfectly balanced. The balance seems to be delicate, especially when the rocks sway in the wind, but for some reason, they have never toppled. It's kind of interesting, actually. At the Canadian National Exhibition, because I live near Toronto, they're actually, there's this guy who does this every year. He sets up these rocks, and they're standing like on the corners, and it's just like, what? How does he get them to stand up like that? Apparently he sits there, because my friend works at the X, so he goes in pretty early, like even before it starts, and apparently he's seen him, and he'll be sitting on one rock for like 2 hours, trying to like just sitting there with his hands, getting it just right. It's crazy. Anyway, so this is Maramba, and we're going to go down, and we're going to end the episode right as we enter this place. So this is Maramba. It's so hot! Huh? Where'd the captain go? Hey! Wait, Captain, where are you going? This is where we part company. I've got my own quest to worry about. I've got to find Rocknum. What? Wait a second! What are you supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? We're in the middle of the desert without a ship. How are we supposed to continue on our mission? That is not of my concern. I have no interest in crystals or temples. I must find Rocknum. I cannot waste any more time babysitting. Hey, come back! You eye-patch-wearing freak! You rusty old man! Hey, are you listening to me? Oh my, this isn't good at all. What should we do? We can't even get out of the city, let alone make it to the temple. We're stuck here! Well, we have no choice right now other than to start exploring the city. Maybe we can find someone who can take us to the temple. That's all we can do, for now. Drachma has left our party, yet again! And... what a dick. I think I'm going to end the episode here, though. It was a long episode, but the guys who've been enjoying this LP, I'm sure appreciated the longer episode. So anyway, next time on Skies of Arcadia, we are going to look around Maramba and hopefully find a way to get to this Temple of Purin. I'll see you guys all next time.